My dear brothers, and sisters in Christ Jesus, back in India, we have this new law being introduced in most of the states, anti-conversion law. According to this anti-conversion law, if a person interacts with the people of other faith, especially the Muslims and Christians interacting with the other Hindu community about their faith, and if it is seen by somebody else, they can complain and we will be sued in the court of law. And when you are taken to the custody, it is your responsibility to prove your innocence, and if you don't prove, you will be imprisoned for 7 years and with thousands of millions fined. When this law is at hand, many of us are frightened to interact with the people of other faith. We don't know who accuses us. We don't know who will bring allegation against us. It is better to be careful. So in this scenario, recently I was sent by our provincial and team to a different place to start our new foundation for the debt list that is down south in Mysore. When I went and began my work, there was this particular staff of mine who was helping me with all the work, Mr. Mahadev. And after the renovation and I moved into the new place, he came with a request to me. Father, I am very poor and I got a little place I want to construct a new house. Could you please help me? Being the superior of the house, consulted with other members, and I helped him little financially to put up a small little structure. After putting up this structure, he came to me another day and said, Father, it is through your help that I have a place for rest. Could you come and bless the house? And now, I agreed and I got ready with my cassette and with holy water and the blessing kit, and I was ready and called the other member who was with me. And he told me, Brother Robin, I think we are risking too much by going into this place and we will get into soup. Better it is to be careful. I said, don't worry, come, let us go on. And he decided to come with his casual vest and I went with cassette. And as we were entering into the village, this is a staunch Hindu village, no Christian presence at all. And as I was driving in, the people were looking at me as if I am a stranger, and they were also looking at me with astonishment. I went straight into the village and went to this house, newly built, a small little house. And as I went there, they had already started the Hindu ritual of inauguration of the house and a blessing. And I saw the fire being set up and the house, there were prayer service which was going on. Can I have the next slide? So they were having the service going on. As I went in, this person, who was the Hindu priest, looked at me coming here and he stopped the complete ritual and he told this man, Mr. Mahadev, go and tell Father to come in and bless the house. Then I went in and I blessed the house. Then I asked this Hindu priest, why so? Then he told me, Father, our ritual takes so long and I don't want you to be waiting here till we finish our ritual. So you finish your prayer service and go. I will continue with the ritual after you go from here. So I finished the blessing and I came home. This thought was going on in me. Why should this man, this priest, allow me to do the blessings when this entire nation almost looking at us, the Christians, as sinners, as people who come to convert other faith? And next day when Mr. Mahadev came, I called to him and I asked him, Mahadev, why did this happen? I came here and all the people were looking at me like a stranger, and also they were looking at me with so much of astonishment. And when I we were, the entire village, about 1,600 families, we were hit by drought. We were left without food and basic medication. We lost almost everything, and our grandparents remember those days of pain and agony. During those days, the missionary priests came into the village. They didn't convert any one of us. They gave food for us. They looked after our people. And they gave us medicines. And they were friendly. Though they did not know any language, they were so kind to us. And today, when you entered into the village, they saw another priest walking into our territory after so many years. And our people remain grateful for what the missionary fathers have done. My dear brothers and sisters, this is a small little incident, but it has a strong message to all of us. The missionary priests are dead and gone. They are no longer alive. The generation, those who experience the kindness of these priests, I don't think any one of them are existing. But the message is spread without using language. They have preached to this community, and the community remains grateful for what these early missionary fathers have done. They did not build a wall of indifference. They did not build an exclusive society, but they built bridges where the people could interact with one another and they could establish a relationship with one another. So today for our reflection, we are going to see how we, here the people of Ipoh, the people of Malaysia, that we can build bridges with the society outside. I know that we are all Catholics. Dear Father, by building the bridge, we may lose our faith. We may lose our integrity of God. We may lose our originality. That is a fear that we might have. It is normal to have the fear. But what does this mean to have bridges? So today, I will take you through these 4 bridges that we are invited to build. The first one. See the person, not the difference. We are invited to build a bridge, not to see the person, to see the person and not the difference that we see. For this I have taken the example of Good Samaritan. This Good Samaritan was the third man in the order when he went. He saw a person being wounded. Before him there was a priest. When a priest looked at him, oh, it is blood, I can't touch him. It is ritually unclean for me to touch a person in this state. Again a Levite comes, he sees the same thing and he just walks away. Thirdly, a Samaritan comes and sees this person and he didn't ask, hey man, who are you? Are you a Samaritan? Which country do you belong to? Are you a Samaritan by nature or by practice? Where are you from? Which religion do you belong to? Nothing of that. He saw the person who was in need and he extended his helping hand. He extended his helping hand. He saw the person being wounded. He saw the person who needed help at that time and he extended his healing hand and helping hand. And this entire parable, Jesus tells to the person who came to ask, Lord, who is my neighbor? For this, Jesus answers through this parable, your neighbor is the other person who is in need. The other person who is in need. My dear brothers and sisters, today as we are living in this society which is multi-religious, multicultural, and people of many races, what is our response? Do we see the other person as a threat or the other person as a different person, or do we see the other one as a person in whom also God lives? If we see the other person as person in whom God saves, God also lives, we will have a difference of God. We will not ask, who are you? We will see what the person needs. He needs my love, my care. That will be our answer. So Pope Francis, in the next slide, you will see. Can you read that? Every person deserves respect. Because God has given dignity to that person. Whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Muslim, whether you are of any religion, God has created each and every human person with dignity. And when we look at the other person with the same dignity, we will become bridge builders, not wall builders. We will become bridge builders, not the wall builders. The second bridge today for our reflection, dear brothers and sisters, building friendship through dialogue. Building friendship through dialogue. This episode of Jesus and this woman at the well. When Jesus went there, he did not see a sinner. He did not go and say, "Who are you, Samaritan? You are sitting here at the midday. What are you?" He goes and begins with a conversation. He begins with a conversation. He begins to talk to her. "Woman, can you give me what to drink?" That conversation begins, and as the conversation goes on, there is a conversion in this person. Jesus did not go and ask, "Oh, you Samaritan, you are untouchable. Better you stay there. I don't want water." No. Jesus wanted to enter into a conversation, dialogue with this person. He did not go with condemnation, condemning the person, but through dialogue, what happens at the end? Through dialogue, this woman becomes a missionary. This woman goes out to tell who this person Jesus is all about. "I have found the Messiah." Jesus did not tell that I am the Messiah. He did not go on and say that you Samaritans are gone away from us, the Jewish folk, all kinds of things. Nothing. He just began to speak to that person with compassion, with mercy. And the woman understood the dignity in which Jesus treated her. Later, she becomes a messenger. She becomes a messenger. Most often, dear brothers and sisters, when we are living in this pluralistic society, for us is to preserve our identity. By all means, I have to preserve that Catholicism in me, that I want to preserve it. In preserving, what are we achieving? Yes, of course, we are called to have that identity as a Catholic, and that is by our birth, we have inherited that. But at the same time, the dialogue with the other people, with the other faith. When we have that dialogue, we will bring the people together. Even those who have misunderstanding about us will begin to understand, oh, this person is somebody different. If you are in a teaching field, when you make that difference, your students will begin to ask, why this particular teacher is so different from the other? If you are in field of any other fields, whenever you are working there, when you are different, when people look at you and they begin to wonder why this person is different, because this person believes in Christ. Pope Francis went to many countries. He met so many religious authorities. Did he become a Hindu? Did he become a Muslim? He remained as a Catholic. He remained as a Holy Father Pope, isn't it? So when he would say the dialogue is not weakness. Dialogue is expression of love. Dialogue is expression of love. We are called to express our love through dialogue. But most often what happens is we begin with condemnation. Oh, you are different from me, I am different from you. When we have that difference, there is no conversation taking place. There is only condemnation that is taking place. I have secluded myself from that group. How can I bring that person to the